Hello and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Ormark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And today we're looking at Dragonfly Garden. It's a lovely stamp set with a coordinating punch. And punches are so easy because you literally just stamp out the image and then punch it, and you've got the large dragonfly which coordinates with both of the images there. And you've also got a lovely little dragonfly, which we can do all sorts of things with, all sorts of different colours, and that's what we're going to be using today. So I have already punched out, and I will just do a couple to show you. You basically need your little tiny scraps. So I've done a few. But if you take just a tiny little scrap, doesn't need to be very big, so your little offcuts and things, and you literally will just put it through and then punch it out. And so you can get a whole selection of those. And I've chosen a rainbow today because I thought that that would be quite fun. So we can put these little scraps away, but you can see any of your little tail end scraps, don't throw them away, just punch a few out. You can then keep them in a little pot and then use them as and when you want them. So we're going to take a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and I'm going to use a little bit of scrap paper just to go in underneath, like that. And then I've chosen a selection of colours which will create a rainbow. I'm just getting my stamping scrub out so we're all ready to go. Okay, so I have taken, there's these lovely little sort of, they're not quite dragonflies, they're little sort of nighttime bugs and things that you have, or daytime bugs that sort of float up through the flowers and things. And we're going to use these and use them in the rainbow. So I've just mounted those on a block, and we're going to start with a cherry cobbler. And we need to put this running up right the way across, and it's only just going to fit. So the first one is going to come a little bit off at the bottom, so just like that, so you've got a little bit of red coming through. And let's just clean that one off, and then we are going to use, so I can put that one out of the way, we're going to use pumpkin pie. So that's our orange. And this one, you're just going to sort of line it up fairly close, but not sort of going right over the top. And then we can use Bumblebee. So we're just going to use the Bumblebee now. And again, we're taking it sort of diagonally up the paper. So we're getting a different one coming up on each part. Then we're going to use Pear Pizzazz. Now you can use any shades that you want really. I'm just using the ones that I just sort of picked up to hand. So you can use any colour that you want. And then we're just going to put that one up on there. And then we're going to use, I'm using Coastal Cabana because that's quite a nice bright colour, and it's a blue, so that goes through onto our rainbow. So we'll have that one just up on there. And then we've got the what would be the indigo, which I'm using Misty Moonlight, which is quite a dark colour, but it just works perfectly as that sort of indigo is a you know, indigo ink blue. So let's just put that one up in on there. And then the last one is going to be the purple, and I'm choosing Gorgeous Grape because again that's a really nice colour. So ink that up. Now this one, as you can see, is going to go right on the edge, so that's going to come sort of part way off and part way on, so you just have a little bit of the purple right at the top. Okay, so that's given us those. We're then going to put a sentiment down at the bottom, and I really like, particularly as we are between Christmas and New Year, and it's quite a nice one, may good things grow all year long. So it's almost like a New Year saying, isn't it? It, you know, may good things grow all year long. We've all had a pretty or most of us have had quite an unusual 2020, and I think we're all hoping that 2021 is going to be a better year for all of us. So this particular saying I think is absolutely perfect. So just put that on there. We're going to take a black ink, and I'm using my Memento and just inking that up, and I'm going to just do it once on here to just make sure that it's all, no, that's not straight, is it? Okay, so let's work out how that comes so it's going to be straight. It's more on that sort of angle, isn't it? That's better. Okay, so we're going to have that down in on the bottom here, like that. May good things grow all year long, which I really rather like. As I say, I think that that will work quite nicely for a new year or a beginning of the year card. As I've said to you before, once Christmas is over and we're getting into that new year, it's the time to send thank you cards and things out to people, and New Year's cards, and I think that that will work quite nicely. So I'm just putting these back in their case. I always try and tidy up as I go along because it makes it easier. And then I have got the collection of the dragonflies in the coordinating colours. Now, we could put them on with dimensionals, but as I've said quite often, if I'm sending cards out in the mail, I do like to just not have the layers too high. So I'm just doing these very simply, and we're going to put the first one right down in that corner so it goes over the top where the red is, and then we'll have the orange one next. And these are really rather easy to just put a little bit of glue on. Make sure you get it up over onto the wings. And then we'll put this one in at an angle because we want them to be sort of flying up at different angles on there. So the next one is going to be our yellow. I keep I know sometimes it's just looking to see when you punch them out you get almost like a wrong side and a right side, but these actually punch out really well, and it's difficult to tell which side is which. So just putting that on there. So we've got that one at that angle. We'll have this one at that angle, so it comes through the opposite way. Then we've got our green. So we'll put our green going up the opposite direction. So we can put that one going that way. And then we've got our blue. So a nice bright little blue. We can just put that up in on there. that one in on that one. And then we've got our Night of Navy, or indigo as it is on the rainbow chart. Okay, up in that way. And then we'll have our purple, which is the gorgeous grape. As I say, they're very similar both sides. I can't tell the difference between. It shows how good the punch is, that you can't tell the difference between each one. So we'll have this one just coming up in on the top like that, just at that angle there. Okay, so we've got them all flying up, and you've got the two different, the colours coming through underneath. And then we just need to put it, I think I'm going to just put it straight onto a black, because I think that that will then work quite prettily. And you've got again, a simple, easy to make. You just need a few colours. Now, if you didn't want to do it in a rainbow, you could just do them all in one colour and coordinate it with the black. But it makes a really pretty card, and it uses the Dragonflies punch, all available 5th of January. And it's this little one here, which, as I say, I know we're going to use the large one lots, but it's using this little one in a pretty way and makes a lovely card. So thank you so much for watching me. As always, please stay safe, please stay well, and please be kind. Bye-bye.